Hi everyone. Now if you must have seen Sachin's essentials for a Leh Ladakh ride video, all those things would not matter if you have not properly planned for this video or for this ride, or if you don't have enough cash for it. Now, so today I'm going to talk about how to plan this ride and how much would be a budget, a proper budget for a Leh Ladakh ride for say 15 days. Basically, it takes 15 days to properly complete the Leh Ladakh ride. I'm calculating from Mumbai. Let's start with the planning part. You have to plan the most basic part in planning comes the route. Okay, now there are two routes to go about for a Leh Ladakh ride. Now again, I would just like to remind that I am assuming that you are leaving from Mumbai, going up to Leh and coming back to Mumbai on your bike. Okay, so now there are two roads through which you can reach Leh Ladakh. One goes through Srinagar, okay, and the other goes through Manali. Now the road from Mumbai is straight, okay. It crosses through Gujarat, it crosses through Rajasthan, and up to Rohtak and Ambala. Okay, after that I will give you a detailed map in this video. You can pause the video and have a look at it. There is a diversion after Ambala, okay, Ambala, which is in Punjab. There are two roads. One takes you through Manali and the other takes you to Srinagar. Now both the roads are equally beautiful, equally challenging almost, but then Leh Ladakh is at an average height of around 13,000 feet, okay. So it is better if you take the Srinagar route, especially if you're going for the first time, and go via the Srinagar route, so that it helps you to acclimatize properly. And while coming back, you can come back through the Manali route. I won't go into details of the route part. I'll give you a map wherein you can check out the route yourself. Okay, you need any suggestions or any help, you can obviously comment down below. Now, what is the proper budget for a Leh Ladakh trip? Okay, it's a very big question. There are many doubts in people's mind. How is it going to be planned? What is the budget? What hotels we get there? What is the food? And how much fuel is required? So let me take it point by point. Okay, I'll come to the stay part first. There are decent hotels in all the areas at a rate of around 1,000, from anywhere from between 1,000 to 1,500 you will get throughout the whole journey. Okay, now there are cheaper options available, but then I would advise you to go for something which is ranging in between 1,000 to 1,500 rupees per room. That is for a double person. So if you go to calculate, that becomes around 750 rupees per person for 1 day. And if you calculate, if you multiply it by 15, it becomes around 11,250 rupees for stay. So the stay part, in a proper moderate luxury, you can take for around 11,250 rupees for those 15 days for a single person. Okay. Now, I would not advise you to pre-book all the locations while going on this ride, because there might be instances wherein you might not reach that destination that night due to some problems of your bike, or especially if you're traveling in a group, there might be some incidences which, God forbid, if it happens, you might not reach that place. You might have to stay somewhere else or earlier before your location that day, so that hotel stay might go waste in most of the occasions. So you can book the earlier parts of it, but then I would advise, the closer you get to Jammu Kashmir, just avoid booking hotels there. You can many hotels are available in Srinagar, in Leh Ladakh, in Manali, and many other places. There is a shortage of hotels between Leh to Manali. On that Leh Manali highway, especially you get hotels, but there are places such as Pangong, Sarchu, where you get tent accommodations to stay. There are no hotels because these places are closed down for 6 months of a year. So there are no proper brick and mortar hotels there. You get decent tent stays available. Okay, so there is not a shortage of hotels, I would say, but then there are some places where you might have to adjust a bit. The other important part is fuel. Okay, now fuel depends on bike to bike and the way of your riding. Now, if you consider an average of 30 kilometers per liter, I have taken an average according to my bike. I use a CBR 250. So according to that, if your bike gives you 30 kilometers per liter average, then you might require around say 195 liters of petrol for your whole ride, which is of around 6,000 kilometers, 5,800 kilometers, Mumbai, Leh, back to Mumbai, and the sightseeing which you will do in Leh and in and around regions, which goes up to, I guess, 14,625 rupees if you calculate at an average of 75 rupees per liter. Now, why 75 rupees per liter of petrol? Now, why did I take it as 75 rupees per liter? Is because in Mumbai, if you go to see today, average is around 77, 78 rupees. But as you move higher up towards north side, the petrol price is a little lesser. So if you take an average, you will get it around 72 to 75 rupees per liter. Coming to the next part is food. Okay, now food is not that expensive in Jammu and Kashmir or other states, okay, compared to what you have in Mumbai here. But yeah, if there is decent enough food, if you go decent enough restaurants, if you go on your way, there are ample restaurants available, okay, food outlets and fast food joints available throughout this route. There is no shortage of food. Even in Jammu and Kashmir, in regions where there are high altitudes, there is a lot of snowfall, you'll obviously get stalls where there is tea, Maggi and all those stuffs available easily. If you calculate rupees 500 per person per day, it goes up to 7,500 rupees food for 15 days per person. To be frank, we are used to a lot of variety of stuff when it comes to food in Mumbai. But when you move towards northern side, breakfast and lunch, there are limited options available. For example, you might not get the dosas and the sandwiches. You might just get a paratha in the north side, and there are authentic dishes. I would advise you to try the authentic dishes of all those particular states when you're on such a ride, and enjoy the local cuisine as well. This covers most of the parts related to the budget of this trip. If you go to calculate, the total amount comes up to 35,000 rupees if you want to have a moderate, if you are on a budget trip and you want to have a decent stay, not a very luxurious stay and not a very cheap stay as well. So these all calculations I have done on base of a moderate average consumption of everything. So you need to have around 30 to 35,000 rupees handy with you if you want to do a 15 days Leh Ladakh trip on a bike. I would advise you to keep as much cash as possible because there are shortage of ATMs in Jammu and Kashmir, and even if you find an ATM, there might be instances where the cash is finished because there may be a lot of rush in that ATM. So I would advise you to have a lot of cash in handy and carry cash with you. Obviously keep it at different places so that it doesn't get misplaced easily. I have not taken the gears, riding gears part in the budget because that is something which I guess many of the people who are going on such a big ride may be having it with them previously. Or even if you want to add up, you can add up another 15,000 rupees for your riding gears, which includes your jacket, includes your gloves, includes your knee pads, maybe your tank bag. So in around 50,000 rupees you can do a Leh Ladakh trip, including your gears and all the stuffs. So yeah, this is a small video which I wanted to share. We recently did one, and that is the reason why we thought of sharing these things with you. If you have any other questions or any other suggestions, you may please comment down below. And yeah, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.